Alright, so second stage for getting this ventilation system in. If you watched my last video, I would have mentioned this briefly. This is the AC side of the board, so I'm not going to need this, and there was some little jumper wires across here, so I've just disconnected them. This is the low voltage DC side, which takes 24. So I've just run a couple of cables through the mount that's designed for it, the hole on the back. They just come out of the back of the unit here, and I can run them up into that corner where I've got some power already for these lights. Just need to run these through this little cable holder. It's designed for sort of AC household cable, so I'm not actually sure these are going to fit. These are actually going to get clamped by it, because this is only a thin little silicon cable, which is certainly overkill for this kind of job, but it's just what I had, so that's what I'm going to use. Okay, I got the cables routed as neat as I can. Just need to clamp them down a little bit with this little cable holder, and then we're good. Let's see if they actually fit. Alright, it kind of holds them. Either way, it's unlikely I'm going to tug on these wires, and it wouldn't be that catastrophic anyway. Oh, it does hold them, that's good. Okay, so I can put the front back on. Maybe I should give it a test first. Let's try it out. Alright, let's give it a go. I think on the high power mode it's probably going to open this. This is on a hinge so you can get to the inside, I'll show you. That's the heat recovery vent you can see there. So because the fan's inside there, it's probably going to blow this open, so I might have to hold it. I've also got to hold the wire in place. I've got the ground wire attached properly, but just going to test it by pushing the positive in. And we get a bit of a little spark, that's a good sign. Oh, there we go. This is the powerful mode. I can feel the air coming out of the bottom. There you go, it's trying to open that. There you go, pull the switch again and it'll go on the trickle mode. Or will it go off? No, this is the trickle. So this is a really slow, constant fan. The other one is for when you need, well, it's designed for a bathroom, so I guess it's when you're having a shower or whatever. But I'm going to have this above the stove probably, so I'll probably put it on powerful when I'm boiling water or something like that to get the moisture out. But yeah, I think it's 20 watts on the maximum power, so I wonder how many watts this is. Let's get it wired up properly and then we can read it on the meter. Alright, so I've got it running on the low power mode. It's actually really quiet. Not a problem at all. I had a look at the meter before and after, and it's using around 2 watts, so that's pretty much nothing really. I mean, you could run that constantly and it wouldn't be too much of a load. Not an issue at all. If you pull the power cord and put it up into the high setting, it is quite loud. There's plenty of air coming out of there. In the high power setting it's using about 15 watts, so that's not bad as well. It'll be good for when I'm cooking, or you know, in the future when I get another container and have a shower and things. I can duct off, because this is all going to be in a cupboard anyway. If you haven't seen my last video, I explained a few more things about installing this and my plans and stuff. That was in the last video. But yeah, on the bottom here, so this is a heat recovery vent. Air goes in through this bit through this bit at the bottom into the inside of the duct and out, and the air coming in comes out of this one. So if you don't want it to be a heat recovery vent, if you close that, so if it's warm and you want it to reduce the temperature, if you close that down, it's no longer, this vent is now not bringing any, well, it's probably a tiny amount, but it's not bringing any air pretty much into the space. So what it's doing now is pulling air out, and therefore it's going to pull air in one of the other vents, which is not being not having the heat recovered from it. So that's if it's too warm and you want to reduce the temperature, you can put it on the power mode and pull air in through one of the other vents. But I'm really happy with it. It seems like it's going to do the job. I'm glad it runs on DC. That makes it a lot easier for me. Alright, got the insulation back in place behind it, and the board above it. It's holding it in quite nicely. All I've got to do is put the top board back in, and then pretty much done.